Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called Jungle by the X-Ambassadors with Jamie and Commons. And it starts out with this cool little intro lick where you can play 5th on the A string, 7 on the A, 5th on the D, and then 7 on the A, and then 5th on the A, and then we almost kind of start that over again, but kind of 7 on the A, 5th on the D twice, 7 on the A, and then 5th on the A. So you want to kind of follow those intro notes, kind of that 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, and then 7, 5, 5, 7, 5, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 5, 7, 5. Or you may even kind of dig on kind of working those first two notes as a hammer on, actually, kind of 5 to 7 as a hammer on the A, 5th on the D, 7 on the A, 5 on the A, 7 on the A, 5th on the D twice, 7, 5 on the A. So you may want to kind of play around with those notes. To kind of kick it off. And the chord that would kind of back that up would be an E minor chord. When we play E minor, first finger goes to A on the 2nd fret, the second finger on the D string 2nd fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now on E minors in general, it can be kind of cool to add in the 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, kind of make that an E minor 7 chord. Or you can even dig on just playing just the E and the A string and kind of making that an E5 power chord idea. Or another way to play E5. We're doing first finger on the A7, 3rd finger on the D9. Kind of working that for your E5. And strumming wise, you could work just a down count idea, kind of doing 8 downs, kind of E, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, kind of an idea. Or one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So you took the E minor and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, up, down, up, down. Kind of match the drum feel is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that into 2 parts with our down, down, up, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down. And what I mean by that is if you take the E minor and do it down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. And on the second beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And on the third beat, you'd be doing an up on 2, down on 3. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you'd be going down, up, down, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, 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 down. So all together, down, 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 down. So kind of dig on that too. And then from that intro, we'll be going into our main verse. And our verse actually kind of stays around the E minor. You may want to break it down. Use some muting, actually kind of an accent idea could be cool here, kind of down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But what I'm doing is kind of lifting my left hand to kind of kill the sound of the strings. So if you want to kind of follow the bass drum, that might be kind of a cool way to kind of do it. hit at the very end where you'll hear kind of the E idea go to a D idea. And what you may want to do is take the E5 power chord and then work it down to a D5 by doing first finger on the A string 5th fret, third finger on the D string 7th fret. It's kind of a D5. Or if you wanted that to sound even bigger, kind of bigger chords, you could use a D major by doing first finger on the G string 2nd, second finger on the high E 2nd fret, third finger on the B string 3rd fret. If you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord and it sounds really, really happy. And it's almost like this little accent kind of at the very end of the verse where you may want to do E minor to a D and then back to E minor. If you're doing down, down, up, down, it would almost be a down on E minor, down on the D, and then E minor with a down, down at the end. Or if you're working the 16th, it's almost a down, down, up, down, down, up, and then back to E minor for a down, down, down. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 for that accent at the end. So through that verse, you have your E, and you may want to throw that in actually on the second verse. Actually, they do that quite a bit. So you can have an E minor, D, E minor through that part if you wanted to. So if you want to kind of think about using it more than once, especially if you're covering it out, it might be kind of cool to do it that way. Then we go into our chorus part, and our chorus is still around the E minor, but you will hear this cool lick come in where you can play 5th on the A, 7 on the A, 5th on the D, 7 on the A, and then we can do our hammer on from 5 to 7 on the A, and then go to 3rd fret on the low E string. So 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 3, 3, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 3, 3, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 3, 3, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 3. Might be kind of cool to work that lick in there too. Randomly on those licks, actually, you could work the open E to kind of back them up with basses. Actually, if you want to make it a 2-string idea, kind of adding in the open E might be a cool idea to play around with. Into our verse part again. Now, one other thing I think about adding to the song, those bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you put a bass note for the chord. So the E minor, you have low E for the bass, and on the D, you have the D for the bass. So we kind of work that through that verse that way, and actually you will definitely hear that D hit happen more than once through that second verse, but kind of E minor, E minor, and you want to go back to that chorus lick. 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 3, 3, and it's a little weird on that second chorus. You will hear kind of like a hit or a break, where you can just kill the sound of the strings just at the end of that phrase, and that can be a little weird. And then from there we kind of pick it up on our solo. Now there are all kinds of really cool licks through the solo part. If you're kind of interested in playing more lead to this is an awesome jam tune actually for an E minor pentatonic scale. And what I mean by that, actually, E minor means it works around E minor, or a G major actually, kind of scale. And it's 5 notes, that's where the penta comes from. 5 means 5, or penta means 5. And one really cool way to work that, actually, I have a video actually talking about all kinds of pentatonic licks called Talking with the Guitar Pentatonic Map, so you may want to check that out. It talks about using these notes in a really cool configuration where you do low E on the 3rd and then 5th and then slide to 7 and then go to the A for 5 to 7. And those are actually the 5 notes of your lick. Actually have G, A, B, D, E is kind of the 5 notes. And then we go to 5th on the D, 7 on the D, and then slide that to 9 on the D. And then we go to 7 on the G, 9 on the G, 8 on the B string, 10 on the B, and then we slide that to 12, and then we go 10 and 12 on the high E. So let me kind of dig on that. Just all kinds of things you can make up with that scale, kind of around the E minor. Playing around with it, just kind of getting that E bass going on. So I'm actually doing that hybrid picking, actually bass with the pick and fingers for the licks. So you want to kind of play around with those notes and kind of see what you can say with them. And at the very end of the bridge, actually, we'll kind of hear this cool little chromatic line where it almost sounds like the notes just start going up almost every fret, actually. So you could even take the E5 power chord idea when it hits that part and just lots it down up and just try to slide that shape up. So going on every fret, if you try and match that sound or work it on acoustic, actually that'd be a cool way to kind of work that idea. So you have the E minor. We come back in on our chorus, and we can have fun. Right, you kind of take all these ideas and kind of find a way that works for you to kind of cover the tune. So, but that's the basics of how you can strum through Jungle by Jamie and Commons with X Ambassador. So, good luck.